After suffering a 23-13 loss in the first week of the NFL preseason, Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be looking to bounce back this Monday night, week 2, at the New Orleans Saints, the first road game of the 2021 NFL season. And there was a lot of great things I saw last week attending the game versus the Cleveland Browns, and there was a lot of bad things I saw. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to really overreact to a preseason game. This is preseason. There's a lot of guys that are fighting for reps and just fighting to make the roster in general. Plus, it's preseason. You're going to be experimenting with a lot of different schemes and a lot of different playing styles when it comes to the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But let's stop wasting time, man. Let's hop right into this video, though. Now, there's going to be 3 things I'm specifically going to be looking for when it comes to the Jags this Monday night versus the New Orleans Saints. And the first thing I'm really going to be looking for is the quarterback competition and who's going to be named the starter. Now, Darrell Bevell, the offensive coordinator, and Urban Meyer have both made it very clear that there's still an open quarterback competition between Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence. And let's be honest, this guy back here, Trevor Lawrence, aka Mr. Sunshine is what I call him, this guy is going to actually be the starter week 1 at Houston to open up the regular season. Everybody knows it. Do not listen to the coaches. This is all just for propaganda and media attention as well. I understand that they're trying to create a dynamic quarterback room where guys are going to have to compete for everything, and Urban Meyer is very, very adamant about competition and challenging players to the best of their abilities. But everybody knows that Trevor Lawrence is going to be the guy moving forward. Urban Meyer came to Jacksonville in order to coach Trevor Lawrence and the opportunity to turn this franchise around. Trevor Lawrence handled the media very, very well and respectfully when asked about the quarterback competition. Let me play that clip right here for you guys.
Does it bother you at all in the least that this is still considered quote-unquote an open competition, even though many people don't believe it is?
No, it doesn't bother me. I think that's the way to run a team. Honestly, you gotta compete for everyone's jobs. You know, the best player has to play. You got to compete, and you know, it's a first-year player coming in. It's kind of what's expected. You want to compete for the job, and there's a right way to do things. I think they've handled it great. We're in a good spot, and we're just going to keep working, and I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity I get.
And Trevor Lawrence has always been a guy to handle the media very, very well, which is something I'm very impressed with. And especially being in a small market like Jacksonville, he doesn't really have to get a lot of media scrutiny in comparison to, imagine if he was in New York with the Jets. I mean, all eyes on you when you're in New York. So being in Jacksonville, that definitely takes a little bit of pressure off a guy like Trevor Lawrence. But I'm super excited to see what this Jags team does in terms of quarterback play week 2 in the preseason, because I believe moving forward, CJ Beathard should be the backup quarterback to Trevor Lawrence to start off the regular season. If you want to hear my full thoughts on why Gardner Minshew should be traded, let me link to that video right there for you guys to go see. Now, the second thing I want to get into is going to be the secondary play. When we saw some phenomenal play from guys like Andre Sisco, our 3rd-round pick out of Syracuse last year, and then CJ Henderson, our 1st-round pick last year. CJ Henderson really showed me last week, and even in the 8 games he played last year in his rookie year, that he can be the cornerback number 1 or even number 2 moving forward with this franchise in the future. This guy's got such raw talent, and the development of his game has happened before our very eyes. CJ Henderson is a terrific cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, our 2nd-round pick, Tyson Campbell, did struggle a little bit in the secondary. Tyson Campbell did have a nice pass breakup in the back of the end zone, but Tyson also did allow a touchdown in the corner of the end zone where he had the ball basically mossed over him. That's fine. He's a rookie. I expect him to continue to struggle, but his raw athleticism and God-given height and length is going to come in handy when it comes to the Jags' versatility. Hopefully, he can fix that and correct that in week 2 versus Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston, 2 proven quarterbacks in the NFL right now. We're going to have to see how they're going to utilize the secondary, but I'm very interested to see how Tyson Campbell plays, especially this week, because Sidney Jones honestly may end up being a starting slot corner to start off the season. We're going to have to see how that progresses, but let's see how the Jags attack the secondary and they utilize their secondary this week versus the New Orleans Saints. And then the last main component I'm really going to be looking for when it comes to this game versus the New Orleans Saints is how Travis Etienne is going to be utilized and what kind of reps that they're going to get him. Because we all know heading into rookie minicamp and even throughout OTAs, there was a lot of rumors and videos of Travis Etienne, our 1st-round pick, who is obviously Trevor Lawrence's former running back at Clemson University, taking snaps at wide receiver, being utilized in the slot, and his 4.4 speed and the absolute burner that he was at Clemson. He checks off every box that you want out of a 1st-round running back, and the versatility he brings to the offensive side of the ball is through the roof. But I want to see how the Jags are actually going to utilize him, because Darrell Bevell is a very good offensive mind. Obviously, Urban Meyer was known in the collegiate level for using the spread offense as well. And Etienne only got 2 looks last week in week 1 of the NFL preseason when he had 1 pass attempted for him that was way over his head by Gardner Minshew. and he actually caught a lot of boos for that. And then you go back to his 1 carry for 2 yards, which was his only rushing attempt. I believe Travis Etienne will end up being the running back number 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars this season. The Jags did not spend a first-round pick on him to sit behind Carlos Hyde and James Robinson continuously. That does not mean James Robinson will be taken out of the equation, but I will make a full-length detailed video about why Travis Etienne will be the running back number 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars moving forward. I'm not sure when I will make that video, but I definitely will, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Now, that's it in terms of the preview for this video and the 3 things that I'll really be looking for when it comes to the Jags this week versus the New Orleans Saints. But I want to go off on a little bit of a side tangent. I want to say thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers I've finally hit here on YouTube. If you guys have been following me along my journey, I've been doing YouTube now for exactly 2 years. So, 26 months. I started in June of 2019. We're in August of 2021, and the growth I've seen from my content from my first couple of videos to now, I'm just so grateful and blessed to be put in a position where I can constantly produce content for you guys, and you guys are out there supporting me day in and day out. I do this out of the love of my heart. Nobody pushes me to do this. This is all me just wanting to work on myself, and I've seen the growth in my content, in myself, and the amount of hours and work and love I've put into this and the passion I have. Just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys have no idea how much this means for me. This is just one big milestone to many that I can see in the future, and I just want to be producing great Jacksonville Jaguars and NBA content for you guys consistently, and I just see the vision. I really and truly thank each and every single one of you guys at the bottom of my heart. You guys have no idea how excited and happy I am moving forward, and especially for this Jags season and all of Jags Nation. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. I love you. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Jacksonville Jaguars and, of course, NBA content that I do here on YouTube as well. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below as well for what you guys are going to be looking for in this Week 2 matchup at the NFL preseason versus the New Orleans Saints. That's it for this video. Thank you guys again. I'm out, boys. Peace.
Just take